Good evening, everyone. This is Scotty Sanders. You know, this is one of my very favorite times of the year. I just love getting ready through Thanksgiving, and now we're into what I call Christmas season. Although it seems like Christmas started a lot sooner. You know, decorations got up earlier, Christmas music, and even Christmas shopping. And you go to stores, and stores are already decorated. But I love Christmas time, and Christmas reminds me about giving. You know, we get to give gifts. And that's what I enjoy so much, is buying gifts for other people for Christmas. Now, I'll have to be honest with you. My wife does most of the buying, but I get to give them once they're bought. So I was just thinking about during Christmas, Cindy and I love to watch Christmas movies and stuff. So I'm curious, what is your favorite Christmas movie of all time? So think about that for a second. Now, I want to go ahead and tell you my very favorite, It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. So and that's most people. So let's say, other than that one, what is your favorite Christmas movie of all time? So usually the weeks leading up to Christmas, Cindy and I will watch lots of Christmas movies. So we've already watched Christmas in, in the Smoky Mountains. We watched The Elf, or called Elf. I think we plan to watch The Family Man this week, and White Christmas, several that we'll get to see. So we're looking forward to that. So as it relates to Christmas, I want to talk to you about 3 different type people. And so I want you to kind of think about, where do you fall in? And this isn't for you to be, I'm not being judgmental of you, and I don't want you to be critical of yourself, but just do a little self-inventory. Do a little evaluation. Where do you fall? What type person are you? So I want to talk to you about these 3 type people. And by the way, this is actually episode 38, all right? So 38 of these Facebook Lives. And so if you've missed any of those, you can go back to scottysanders.com, my website, and they're now put into a blog with the video. So you can check that out. You can also share that with others. You can find me also on LinkedIn as well, and my YouTube station. So if you'd like to go back and watch any of those, feel free to do that. Again, my name is Scotty Sanders, and I'm an international leadership consultant, and I love getting to help people to discover their purpose and helping them to reach their potential. That's what I love getting to do. And the theme behind our Facebook Lives is helping people to lead well, because when you lead yourself well, you get to lead others as well. So let's talk about these 3 type people. So here they are. The first one's a giver. The second is a taker, and the third is a matcher. So let's talk about these in reverse order. So we'll start with the matchers. So matchers, by the way, most people are matchers. And basically what a matcher will do, they are willing to share as long as others do the same. So basically, listen, if you'll give me your dessert, I'll give you a piece of my dessert type deal. Or if you give me $5, I'll give you $5 back in return. And that's not a bad person, but we tend to do that. We think about, even during Christmas, well, what did they give me last year for Christmas? I don't want to do a lot for them because they didn't do a lot for me. So that's the first type person, is a matcher, and a lot of people fall into that category. The second type person are what I'd call takers. All right, takers, they automatically think of themselves. That's where they're focused on. What's in it for me? What do I get out of this? What do I receive from this? They look out for their interest ahead of others. So you may know someone like that. You may fall in that category. And let me just go ahead and parenthetically say this. No matter where you are, you can make a choice today to do something different. So maybe you find yourself as being a matcher. You do it reciprocally. You know, if someone gives me something, I'll give them something in return. Or you may just be a taker. Your whole agenda is about you getting something. You put your needs ahead of someone else. Well, you can change that. So they look out for the interest, their own interest ahead of others. And they somewhat act in a sense of entitlement, that is owed to me. I deserve this. And they can even get this victim mindset. Okay, that would be what I would call a taker. So we've talked about a matcher. We've talked about takers. Now let's talk about the third one, is givers. All right, so givers put others first. They don't think about themselves first. They think about others. How can I help others? How can I give to others? They extend themselves without expecting anything in return. They don't do something If I give to you, maybe you'll give something back to me. Or if I do a favor for you, maybe you'll do a favor for me. They don't have a hidden agenda of doing something nice in order to get something in return. They're just givers. They give with nothing in return or nothing to be expected. Now, why does this matter? Why does this matter? It's because givers are usually the most successful people. I'm not saying always, but usually givers are the most successful. And here's some reasons why I think that is that one, they have very strong relationships. Think about people in your own life, people that are givers. You tend to want to be friends with them, right? Not because you get something from them, because there's something about them, their generosity, their heart for others, their care and concern for others. Why wouldn't you want to be around someone like that? So they have strong relationships. Plus, people will trust them. Givers have an automatic built-in trust factor. When people give, you trust them. It's not about them. It's not about their agenda. And then their unselfishness is a magnet for great people. It has a way of drawing great people to them. When people see a giver, they see that generosity. It draws people that are great people to them, and it draws even generous people to them as well. So, and here's the thing. The more people you help, the more successful you are. And again, this is not original by me, but I think Zig Ziglar said this years ago. You know, the definition of success is the more people you help, the more successful you are. So rather than think about how can I acquire things, think in terms of how might I help more people? And your success isn't what you own, but more what you're able to do to give to help other people. And that becomes the measure of success in your life. What a great way of looking at things, right? So your success being a giver is based on your ability and willingness to give out of what you have to really help others. So let me encourage you, especially when we're in this giving season, Thanksgiving and Christmas, the giving season, be a giver. Don't be a taker or a matcher. In fact, most of the world is made up of matchers and takers. But listen, here's the thing. A giver can be a world changer. And that's, I know, something that I desire to be. I know you want to be that as well. Be a world changer. Be a giver. Life is not measured on how much you own, but rather how much you give. Why don't you change your measuring stick to measure it that way? Not how much you own, how big a house, what kind of car or furnishings, but your willingness to give and help others. So let me share an opportunity with you. I don't take many times to do this, but I'm gonna get a little personal here with you and just share from what's going on with me and something that's very important to me. And I want to share an opportunity with you that's very important to me, and it's all about giving and helping others. So I have a real passion and a heart to empower the next generation. In fact, I formed a nonprofit organization a few years ago called Quest the Keys. And its vision is to empower 1 million of the next generation to discover their purpose, unlock their potential, and live with passion. So I've got a team of people, including a board, that's what our vision is. And so our mission is to provide relevant, creative, innovative, character education resources to schools to be used for middle school and for lower elementary, to provide these resources that schools can use this to empower the next generation. And I'm deeply passionate about this. And so one of the things that Cindy and I love to do, we love to give. And we set a goal a number of years ago to be able to give 30% of our income to worthy causes. One of these worthy causes, we believe, is Quest of the Keys. And we give about 10% of our income to support this mission to provide relevant, creative, innovative resources to the next generation. And I want to ask you to join us in doing this. Now, here's the opportunity I want to present you with. As you know, coming up, Giving Tuesday, and even if it goes a day or two later, it's fine. But we had a generous donor give $1,500 for a matching gift related to Giving Tuesday, which means this: if you give $50, that $50 turns into $100. If you give $100, it turns into $200. So I want to ask you to join Cindy and I in generously giving to Quest of the Keys. Now, my friend Kevin Lynham, who's part of our team, he's our creative director, he'll put a link that you can click on, this link that will say Giving Tuesday, and please consider being generous to help support this cause that Cindy and I believe deeply enough in. We give 10% of our income to support this. Now listen, we know the impact it's making because we get to see it firsthand, and I get to hear from students all the time. In fact, I've read hundreds of testimonials over the last couple of weeks. Let me share one of those with you. I think that will encourage you. This came from a middle schooler named Josh, and he said, the scrolls from Quest of the Keys explain life lessons in a way I could understand. I am inspired to have a purpose that helps others and take responsibility for my life. That comes from a middle schooler named Josh. It made a difference in his life, and we're making a difference in thousands of young people. Our vision is to empower 1 million of the next generation, and it would not be possible without supporters that listen to the stuff that I talk about or believe in doing something that can make a difference in the next generation. So I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you, especially for Giving Tuesday. We don't want to miss out on this $1,500 generous gift. So when you give, you double your money to support Quest of the Keys. So that's my big ask for you tonight. I try to give a lot. I do a Facebook Live talk most every Monday night because I want to be a giver out of the things that I've learned through my reading and studying and doing leadership. And so if this has helped you in any way, I want to encourage you to be one of our supporters. If you can make a one-time gift, fantastic. If you'd like to be a monthly supporter, kind of our inner circle of world changers, that would even be even better. But listen, let me encourage you to hit the share button to share this with others, but also make that gift to Quest of the Keys. You can click on the link and you can join us on the Giving Tuesday campaign, which we have this matching gift for $1,500. Well, thank you for letting me share that with you. I know that's a little bit of an ask on my part, but let me tell you why I ask. Because one, you giving is good for you. And number two, your gift can make a difference in the next generation. It can have an impact for young people for many, many years. So thank you for hearing this message. And again, hit the share button if this helped you tonight, and kind of think through which category did you fall in? Are you a giver? Are you a taker? Are you a matcher? And listen, until next time we get together, let's keep leading well. Till next time, take care.